Next up on the Extreme Festival, the V8 Masters combined with the supercars. First time that they're going to be together. Great to see such a big field of V8 Masters come into play. And at the front end, it's always about Marcel Angel. He'll be fighting with Schroeder and possibly with Craig Jarvis, who we go on board with for the start.
Greg, listen to the sound of these as they go down into turn one. It's all about braking later as you go into turn one. Who's going to get the good start? Well, it's Marcel Angel.
Yeah, Angel goes into second just ahead of Jarvis. Schroeder taking the lead as they come out. Brian Evans fighting hard here, side by side in the back. And you can see it's not going to be easy for these guys. They are very evenly matched cars. They're almost identical in terms of their build. It's now just up to the drivers and the men behind the wheel to see how these cars can get front. Very similar to what we see at NG and Volkswagen Cup level, just with a V8 motor strapped into it. Of course, very similar looking bodies as well, based on a Mustang, known as an APV 347. That's the configuration of engine they run, and it makes for some superb racing. Donaldio in the background, fighting it out with Robert Franco, and you can see Jarvis running ever so slightly wide in the Panacea machine as he tries to close onto the back end of Marcel Angel, who's looking to get to the front.
On board with Franco Donaldio as they head down the back straight. The big crowd gathered here today, loving the sound of these V8s. As we go back up towards the front runners, and there looks like there is a change up in the front. So Richard Schroeder drops back to second, and Marcel Angel, the favourite, of course, up into the front.
Waterhouse Angel at the front, like he's been almost all season last year. That's why he's got the 01 plate on his car. Reigning champion in this category, and looks like he's starting to open up a little bit of a margin now on Schroeder. Schroeder doesn't have an answer just yet because he's trying to keep off and fend off Craig Jarvis. And just, oh, that's not the way you go into turn one. That is definitely completely wrong. Jarvis is out of shape as well. So Jarvis goes off in turn two, all by his lonesome, and looks like some issues getting to the front end of this field. Some cars getting completely sideways.
Well, now Richard Schroeder can focus on that man up in front, see if he can tuck in behind. And of course, Craig Jarvis back on track now, but he's dropped down 2 places. He's going to have to try and catch Franco Donaldio just up in front of him.
Unfortunately, not enough time as we see the checkered flag come out there for Marcel Angel to take race 1 victory ahead of Richard Schroeder. Jürgen Zeventheim hung on for 3rd place. Donaldio comes through for 4th ahead of Jarvis, Robert Franco, Brian Evans and Charles Arton.
The last few laps, we started passing some of the back markers. And yeah, I got a little bit lucky at one stage, but then so did Richard Schroeder, got lucky, so we closed up. So the racing was pretty close. Yeah, it was very close, all the way to the end.
Looking for some more action now in race number 2. A little bit of preparation in these cars. Get them all back onto track and we go fighting it out one more time. Jarvis looks like he's got the race face on. He's going to be pushed hard by Franco. Drop off the line and it's Marcel Angel. Looks like he might hang on to the whole shot. He gets through and yes indeed, Schroeder goes into second. On his tail is Zeventheim. Around the outside, looks like Donaldo looking for a way past Donaldio. Yes indeed. Look at that side-by-side action with Jarvis, and those 2 cars have already had some action of their own in race number 1.
Plenty of race experience. Marcel Angel, he's in the front, and that's not what the rest of the competitors would like to see. Craig Jarvis getting a little bit of a love tap there from Franco Donaldio, and plenty of racing out there on the track.
Loving this action, that's what it's all about. Schroeder now pulling away ever so slightly from Marcel Angel. Oh, Zeventheim with some issues. He's gone dirt tracking. Those cars are definitely not made to be put onto the dirt, that's for sure. Not when they're so low slung. And now onto the back straight, looks like Marcel Angel's got a bit of an issue. Craig Jarvis has caught onto the back of him, and Schroeder has hit the front. And there, Schroeder's off. Hit the front and then goes off in sympathy for himself. That's a big pity. He is now parked on the sideline at the end of Cape Town Corner, and that'll probably be him moving to the back end of the field.
Well, he got to the front ahead of Marcel Angel, so everyone would have thought this is the chance he had to go out and win, but a big mistake there. And another problem for a car out there, the number 25, Charles Arton there with problems, so he's also going to be at the back of the pack. And we've got a new race leader, Craig Jarvis. You can miss him out there in the front.
Jarvis leads, Donaldio is in second, Brian Evans closing onto the back end of him, so closing stages might be a bit of a dice for second place here. Jarvis has got a massive lead. You can see some of the supercars in the mix, and they may be playing into the hands of the 3rd place man, but I don't know if Brian Evans is going to find a way past this guy. Not if he's doing that. That is for sure. Running wide out of turn 2, that's cost him a possible 2nd place on the podium, and Franco will probably hang on for 2nd place now as we get into the closing stages.
Well, Franco Donaldio there looked like he was getting a little loose himself on the number 32. But of course, in doing so, Brian Evans also made the mistake, so he's dropped back a little bit. He's under pressure from Gerard Klute.
Yeah, Klute put him under pressure big time, but Jarvis had no pressure at all as they came across the line to win things out. A comfortable margin ahead of Franco Donaldio. Then it was Brian Evans, Gerard Klute, and rounding up the top 5, Richard Schroeder.
We had a comfortable lead of about 6-7 seconds, I believe. First car to arrive, some supercars that spun just in front of us. I was the first car to arrive on all the dirt on the track. So I spun, so I basically threw it away by myself. Got nobody else to blame but myself.
got enough time to quickly go and grab a Burry roll and join us for more action just after the break.